Hey folks, Fernando doing another video here for the More Survivalists and catching up with the news in South Africa. You remember South Africa, I often talk about it in the channel, how the situation is over there. Well, it seems, I was reading in some of the forums that there's been some serious unrest across the country. I was just reading here, this is in Durban, the video we're going to be watching, in Johannesburg as well, it seems. So the police, it seems like there's a widespread looting and rioting, and the police have dictated a curfew. People should not be in the streets, although they still are, burning cars, assaulting people on the road. And what was more noticeable was that the police were saying not to call the police because they're not responding anymore, that the police were running out of ammunition, and that people should shelter in place and arm themselves as to defend themselves. This is, some of the rumors going around, some of the things I've read, but this is some of the actual news. Let's see what's going on.
This morning, looting and rioting has left shops empty and roads strewn with burnt-out vehicles. Elsewhere in the province, the entire N3 toll route, north and southbound from Harrismith in the Free State to Sedera in KwaZulu-Natal, has been closed. In a statement, the N3 toll concession says that the closure has been forced by the current spate of uncontrollable violent attacks on road users, on trucks, security and emergency services and businesses.
So, uncontrolled violence towards people using highways and roads and such. Imagine how bad it has to be so that they actually close the roads. Looting seems to be pretty much widespread.
Meanwhile, here in Johannesburg, the M2 is still blocked off after protest action erupted again this morning. Right, for the latest situation in KwaZulu-Natal, let's cross over to our reporter who is in Point Road in Durban in the CBD, Jade Lee Polzer. We've been watching since we started the program this morning, and of course you from a lot earlier, Jade. The ShopRite checkers being looted. The police have arrived. Talk to us about what is going on currently.
Okay, so this would be like this morning, I guess. So yeah, this is from this morning.
Very good morning to you, Leanne. We're still here at ShopRite, and I've been speaking to a couple of people who are very angry. Some are saying that the police who just arrived now, they actually just left before we started chatting. They came and are just putting up a show. They're telling me that police were also involved with looting, actually allowing the people to come through into ShopRite and loot.
Okay, so the police were involved themselves in the looting. I mean, sure, it happens at times. We've seen it before. Still would not be their job, right? They should not be looting stores. It has to be said also as well that sometimes really police cannot do anything. If the city is there's an overwhelming uprising, there's really not much they can do about it. Of course, they could not be part of the looters, but not all that surprised. So they drive around a little bit, maybe turn on the sirens, and that's basically the show that they put out there. Notice how they still continue looting the store.
What they would do is they'd ring the siren on the police van, and a flock of people would be heading to different spots in Durban CBD, alluding to the fact that police are colluding with some of the people.
So police colluding, working together with the looters.
So to try and speak to some people so that you back at home can get a sense of their sentiments and see what they are saying on the ground. Ma'am, you're live on SABC News. Just tell us, what did you see this morning? Off camera, you told me you saw police looting and also helping themselves. Tell us, what did you see throughout the night?
No, we just heard a commotion.
Off camera, you told us that you saw police looting. And the first thing she says is, no, this is understandable. No one wants to, put their face out there and say these things.
About midnight. And then, we knew there was a curfew, so we said it can't be people celebrating.
So there was a curfew last night.
So I looked out of my window and I saw the crowd. First it was all the young boys, right?
Okay, so
Here, Leanne, I'm just going to speak to this gentleman over here. He's been with me for a better part of the morning. Okay, I think he's camera shy there. Let's move on to some more people who have been witnessing this unfolding. If you gentlemen can just come and chat to us and tell us, what did you see this morning?
No, I came late. I didn't know anything happening.
What do you think about this looting that's currently taking place in Durban?
It's an unfortunate situation that is currently happening here, but all we can say is that those two big guys up there, they are the ones who have to sit down and resolve the issue. You can't turn the blind eye, whereas there's a serious situation happening down there on the grass, because people who are suffering are the ones who are hungry, are the ones who are unemployed, are the ones who are always seeking for a job. So now if they are...
Okay, so he's explaining that people are hungry, people are unemployed, poor economy, poverty. Sure, that is always an important triggering factor.
If the president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is refusing to listen to the people, because the people on the ground are the ones who are talking to him, saying, President, release the former President Jacob Zuma, because everything that is going here, everything that is happening here is just because of the arrest of former President Jacob Zuma.
So all of this that you're seeing is because of the arrest of the former president. So they're telling the current president to release the imprisoned former president. And you know how I often talk here on the channel about politics, about things that you usually don't see much discussion going on in other survival prepping channels. They stay away of politics. I know for a fact what this gentleman is explaining, that it's often political reasons why you see these things unfold. I mean, sure, you have people that are hungry, you have people that are unemployed, but it's usually that along with some political aspect that's accelerating these things to actually happen. If you look at, for example, Venezuela right now, people are more hungry in Venezuela than they are in South Africa, no doubt whatsoever. The level of hunger going on there, people actually, the entire population losing weight, that is definitely not normal. Now, what I see here is a little bit of poverty being involved, but there's also clearly the political context. Either way, you still have to be prepared for this. It doesn't matter exactly why things go down. You still should be aware of the political situations, as to, you know, have a better a reading and understanding of the ongoing scenario. This is something you want to keep on top of. But at the same time, understand that no matter what triggers it, at the end of the day, you have people widespread looting and attacking people. You have anarchy and violence on the streets, and you have to be prepared for that. So the stuff we always talk about here, what we talk about, a lot of that, yes, exactly. You need those things so as to protect yourself and your family when all hell breaks loose. The idea that, you know, police are not going to be responding anymore. We are not responding, so don't call us. We've ran out of ammunition. Stay in your homes and defend yourself as well as you can. That is a moment where that makes a big difference. And of course, the food, this water, all the stuff we talk about. But this is the more encompassing, wider spectrum aspect of preparedness, and this stuff as well. All of a sudden, because the former president is imprisoned, that is why we are seeing rioting and looting. Anyway, guys, this is just what's happening right now. It's just also seeing that there's some protests going on in Cuba. I don't know how that's going to be turning out. Usually regimes, especially communist regimes, are quite violent about it and don't look all that nicely towards people voicing a different opinion. So I hope people in Cuba have, you know, their moment, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, folks, see you on the next video. Have an awesome day. Take care.